Welcome to the Garage One podcast with your hosts Ross Smith and Sahir Saeed. Your only choice for insightful commentary on cars, real estate, and racing. Buckle up and let's get rolling.
Cool. Hey, gearheads and race fans, welcome back to the Garage One podcast with Ross Smith and
Sahir Saeed.
Sahir Saeed. Man, welcome back. We're lots of stuff going on.
Hold on.
What?
What is this?
What? This is. We're coming to you from our new studio.
Nice.
Thanks for pointing that out, Sahir.
I'm
I appreciate
this
that.
is different.
Brand new setup, brand new place. We're really liking it. It's worked out really well. We're in a new office,
Yes.
so new beginnings. Lots of fun stuff happening. Speaking of fun stuff happening, so the F1 movie.
F1 movie.
There's so many opinions. There's so many opinions. Holy mackerel.
Good ones and bad ones.
My
but no, I get it. I
God,
get
there's
it.
a lot of opinions. Thank you, internet.
Yeah. What do you think? What did you think about it?
So
Yeah.
first of all, a little background. We got invited by Post Oak Motors. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
We really appreciate it. It was a fantastic event. It was at the River Oaks Theater downtown. Very classy. It was overall. I honestly, I wish we could have seen the IMAX version just because that little kid in me, it just wants to see the big, massive screen. And I think I may go back and do that. I think I may go back and watch it again just on the IMAX for the effect.
Get the visual effects really out of it. Yeah.
In your face, you know. But the audio was good. I mean, it was a great movie. I really enjoyed it. I tried my best not to pick it apart. You know, I tried to look at it from... You know, this movie was not made for the officials, right? It was not made for the people that are in Formula One day to day. It's still Hollywood.
It's Hollywood. Yeah.
Overall, 10 out of 10. I enjoyed it.
Okay.
I did. What did you think?
Okay. Yeah. I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
I feel like they did a lot of really good research on the movie.
Yep.
Really good research. We pointed out some things while watching the movie that were, just stand out. You know that this is not driven.
Right.
If you remember Driven, you know what I'm talking about.
That's what we were hoping for. Was that was my only criteria? Not driven.
Not driven. I would say the effects, the cameras, cinematic, the casting was superb.
The visual effects were phenomenal.
Yeah.
Some of the in-car camera and some of the angles they were getting were really, really good.
Specifically speaking, you have to remember that it was an F2 car.
It was.
Like watching the movie, you didn't really realize there was a difference between.
But again, it goes back to that, like the diehard fan looks at that and goes, "That's not an F1 car.
Yeah.
That's an F2 car." But
I would say the storyline could. I wouldn't know how to improve it. But I feel like
that's a good point.
It was made for Hollywood, Top Gun, but with cars.
Right.
So I wouldn't know how to improve it, but I feel like they could have been more. And I feel like that the problem there is I'm comparing it to Rush and Ford versus Ferrari, which are true stories.
Right.
You know,
exactly.
they're based on true stories.
I don't know if they'll ever get to Ford versus Ferrari
It's a tough
level.
one.
That movie is just like the Shawshank Redemption. Every time that's on, I have to watch it. No matter what else is on.
Yeah.
It's just such a good movie.
You know, it's that bullet scene, but as a movie.
Right.
You know?
Oh yes. Yeah.
It's that whole
Absolutely.
So, this one, very engaging, got you with the visual effects, the racing scenes.
Yep.
I like the hat tips to the actual racing scenes that they were portraying from years before.
Yes.
Incidents, etc.
That's one of the things I liked about it is because certain aspects of the movie, one of the wrecks that happened is based on reality, based on something that actually happened, which I thought added a level of authenticity to it that I really appreciated as a fan.
I need to ask you, though, there's a scene that bothered you quite a bit.
There's a couple of scenes.
No, but there's one that you pointed out quite you had an opinion about it.
I did very much so. So there was two things that I really I wish they could have done. So first of all was them uncovering the car from being sealed.
Yeah.
Like there's an FIA person there every time to unseal that car.
Yep.
And they don't actually, the team members take it off, but I wanted to see a little bit more of that. But again, that's me being, super picky about actual procedure inside F1.
Funny thing too, it's kind of like Ted Lasso. So a lot of people don't watch Ted Lasso because they think it's about soccer.
I love Ted Lasso.
I do
It's a
too.
great
It's
show.
one of my favorite shows.
And I don't even watch soccer.
See?
Yeah.
And a lot of people that I've talked to before, they're like, I don't want to watch that show. It's about soccer. I don't care for soccer. It's not, ultimately. But this one was very similar.
Yes.
If you're not into cars and racing and F1 and, it's a movie.
Yeah.
You're not into fighter jets and you watch Top Gun.
Yeah.
It's very similar.
Yeah.
When it comes to that. So, yeah.
Couple of things I'm glad that they didn't do. They didn't, don't get me wrong, they Hollywooded it, right?
Oh, yeah.
But they didn't over Hollywood it. In other words, for example, they didn't take where he came from in the movie is, okay, spoiler alert, by the way, is endurance racing, which is some of the most intense, skill-driven racing there is besides a rally, right? Yeah. They didn't say, hey, there's this guy in this dirt track on a farm in Kansas that we just plucked out of wherever and we're going to put him in Formula One and all of a sudden he wins. At least they didn't go that extreme.
Yeah, it wasn't cheesy.
It wasn't as cheesy as they could have made.
Yeah,
they could have gone really nuts.
Driven.
Yeah.
Yes. And again, it goes back to the casting though. Because initially you're like, Brad Pitt, really? That's who we found?
I was doubtful about that too. I
Yeah.
was like, where are they going to go with this?
Yeah.
That one made me nervous.
Me, same. Could have gone
And then
cheesy.
with a very unknown supporting actor. I didn't know that guy from.
Maybe I'm just not, educated enough on movies right now. But
Hollywood.
Team Principal, Javier.
Yeah.
Bardem.
Yep.
Superb.
Yep.
He was made for that role.
Yeah.
He was just, I'll never see him in a different role again.
So another thing, he was phenomenal.
Yeah.
But another thing I liked about it too is they stuck some humor in there.
They did.
It wasn't a super serious. That could have been super serious, but I enjoy that they put some humor in there, and I found myself laughing a couple of times.
I feel like the most underrated person in the whole movie is and this might be a spoiler, but it really is not. Is the lady at the diner?
Yes.
That tells him just do it. You know?
Yeah.
I feel like that scene, that portion right there.
Yeah.
I feel like that was the key to the whole movie.
The other thing too is that, and one thing I liked is that they put a female pit crew member in there. I liked that a lot. I wish they had have shown a little bit more of the pit crew's vital role in this whole thing. I think they tried their best to inject that in there, but I think this is being really picky.
Yeah, and I feel like we don't really get much from that either. We watch so many races, and it's really hard for us to connect with those people.
Right.
To us, they're doing a job, a 2-3 second job, and
for sure,
we're sitting there in our PJs watching the race on TV. And if they do it in 3.1 seconds, we're like, losers.
Right?
Losers. Change the tires in 3.1. It needs to be, in the twos.
We can't set world records every single time we do a pit stop. Right? What the hell?
It's like,
I'm with you on that. And
judging them too much.
But again, it goes back to, a lot of folks don't get into the strategy about it. They don't realize that there's 1,500 other people that are watching it from England on the computer, crunching data, and there's so much more to the sport than people realize.
Have you? There was a video. It's just like a TikTok, and it was about F1, and it was basically so, Red Bull Racing is owned by an Austrian company, and the guy's like, oh, so they're based out of Austria, right? Nope. England. And then it just keeps going. Every team.
I saw that. I forgot the guy's name now. Yeah. James something or other.
Yeah, it's every team. But okay, so 8.7 is what I would give it. And it's really just because, again, I'm basing it off, honestly, Rush. Rush to me was a great movie. I mean,
And obviously this goes back to the whole Hollywood aspect. You're not going to take somebody and just drop them into an F1 car in first place.
No.
I mean, come on. These people train literally their entire lives from when they're kids in karting going all the way up, getting used to these cars, because the amount of sheer exertion. There was David Coulthard that did an interview, and he said that he got into Max's car.
Yeah.
And he did a couple of laps.
Yep.
And he was really, really happy that he was 5 seconds behind Max Verstappen.
You remember when we saw Coulthard in the F1 car?
Yes.
At outside the George R. Brown?
Yes.
They were doing their Red Bull run.
That was cool.
That was cool.
That was really cool.
Speaking about that, sticking someone in the driver's seat, the Hulk.
Yep.
I mean, what is he at right now? And he's never had a podium.
Yeah.
To me, one of the best drivers out there.
He's phenomenal. He's
right?
consistent. He's very, very consistent.
Right? Give him the, weirdest car out there, and he will somehow get it across the line.
Which obviously is attractive to a lot of the teams, and probably why he's still in Formula One, because you can almost guarantee he's going to be mid-pack, which means points. Which means millions of dollars later on down the road.
Which brings us to the points.
Yeah.
This past weekend.
Yeah. I mean, I'm about to give Max Verstappen credit for something. So everybody pause and wait for this. It's no secret that I'm not the biggest Max fan because of some of the stuff that he says.
He has flags all over his chest. Red Bull. Just kidding.
He's just Max. He is what he is. But the fact that he didn't jump all over Kimi for that incident and just kind of like, hey man, it happens, and went about. Now, how different would that have been if that was George Russell?
Oh yeah, we'd have never heard the end of it. I think there's two things here. First, and again, I'm not a Max fan.
Yeah,
I think he's maturing.
Right,
he's getting older.
Yeah,
he's maturing. He's realizing that things happen in a race.
Yeah,
you can't always control it.
Yeah.
Second thing is, I think he just knows that he has no chance this year.
Yeah.
And he's like,
out
he's like, it's fine. I'm out.
He's reserved himself to the fact that he's going for second or third place.
Yeah.
So,
which, I mean, takes you back to, I think let's pause on talking about McLaren first.
For sure.
But, you look at the back end of the pack, there was some great racing going on.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got Sauber.
Well, so during qualifying and during the practices, all 4 of the rookies were mid-pack.
Yeah.
Like, they were hauling some tail, and you give those guys some maturity and some experience behind them.
Yeah.
2026 is going to be...
It's going to be a good year.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you look at it, I think Williams was very, very, very just, I know, they had a bad day at the office, They
did.
There was a joke, actually, that he was pulling the Sonny Hayes move when he didn't.
Oh, that's funny.
His car was moving. It's like, oh, he's pulling the Sonny Hayes. But I feel like they were very much on a high getting into this weekend, and they need to get that back.
Sands is the best thing that's happened to that team in quite a while. I feel like as a team as a whole, they've always, look, it's a historic team.
Yes.
They've won many championships, and it's got to be tough to be on that team.
What I'm worried about with him is I feel like he's taking it as just a temporary step. So,
you think so?
Yeah, I feel like he knows that he has better chances.
Do you feel like he's not putting as much into it, or do you feel like he's just biding his time?
I feel that, exactly. I think that's what it is, because if you look at it, I don't know. I don't feel like he's into the team, right?
Right.
Like helping out the team, figuring out things. We might not be seeing it, but someone with his experience should be leading.
Yep.
But you have to also think that Albon is highly experienced.
That's true. And there's something to be said for every single team that has Sands on it has progressed. They have gotten better when he joined.
Right? But I feel like in this case, Albon has quite a bit of experience
I agree.
So
he's showing it too. I think Sands is kind of making the car better.
Yeah.
And Albon's taking advantage of it. Because
I like
he's
that.
finished a lot, like way farther ahead of him.
He's getting all the points. And then Ferrari, surprisingly, I mean, I feel like they were running their own race.
Yeah.
It's like,
They were. I mean, so were the McLarens though too. Like you had two packs
Yeah.
of, you got McLarens and then you had Ferraris and then
it's
the
like
back
McLarens, Ferraris, Russell
markers.
just by himself. He's always racing by himself. If you notice, he's the
Russell
most,
comes out of nowhere.
he's
Like
just racing his own race all the ways.
it's really funny. A couple of the races where he's actually finished well, you don't really think about George.
He was never
during
there.
the entire race
Yeah.
until like the last 6 or 7 laps, and here he comes.
Yeah.
Like where the hell is he?
He
been the whole
drives
race?
defensive. He keeps a gap to the front and to
Yeah.
the back, keeps his car in clean
No
air.
one's talking about George until the end.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like Bortoleto drove a great race.
That kid, I'm excited for him.
He almost had Alonso. I feel like if the McLarens weren't there,
Yep.
Bortoleto would have had Alonso.
Yeah.
And maybe even Lawson. So he just needed a few more laps to get Lawson. But Alonso was in the game.
The fact that Lawson qualified ahead of
Good for him. Good for him.
Good for him.
I mean, I'm not a big.
I'm not a big
Lawson
Lawson
fan?
fan myself. Like I actually would. So I met him at Coda when he first was making his big
Yeah.
debut, and I got
Yeah.
to kind of chat with him a little bit because their pit setup was right next door to the Scrutineer place, so we kind of interacted with the team a little bit. I just not. I can't bring myself to be a fan.
No. I think it's really hard to connect with a lot of these drivers.
Yeah.
There's a factor of it being temporary as well,
Yeah.
because they come and go.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you've got the main 10, 15 of them, and then you've got the just people that get cycled through.
Right.
I mean, I think somehow that second Red Bull seat does really well at getting rid of people.
It sure does.
So
It sure does. I don't know if there's a voodoo curse on it, but somebody's got a doll back there putting some pins in it.
I mean, Yuki's race was terrible.
It's bad.
He's terrible.
It was real bad. And we know from him being at Racing Bulls
Yeah.
that, I mean, he does well. He was beating Lawson.
Yeah.
So what the hell happened? He's supposed to be in a better car, and he's at the back of the pack.
Whoever is driving that second Red Bull, I don't know if the car is worse. I don't know if it's just set up for Max. I don't know what it is.
This is my own personal. This is just how I feel about it. But as far as from a car development aspect, purely, so the car could be set up different ways. This is racing 101. You've got tire pressures, you got camber, you got all this setup stuff that you can change on the car. But the car itself, especially when we're talking about Formula One, when we're talking about aero, all these different things, can be designed around a driver.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you read Adrian Newey's book, he goes into great detail about, doing that. And I still think that car is just so suited to Max that it's very, very difficult for anybody else to drive it.
And I feel like the drivers that they've had have not had the time to get their car adjusted to them.
Yeah.
Toto said it best. You know?
You have a crappy car. Fix your car. Yeah, that was that famous interview. They got after it, man. They weren't doing their normal stiff candor. They were after each other.
So I feel like that's why, and there's less pressure, right? Driving even in the V-Carb, Red Bull, Toro Rosso, whatever you want to call that team at this point.
Yep. It's had so many names.
It has all of the names. What was that? AlphaTauri.
AlphaTauri. I think that's one of my favorites. I think they should just left that. Why they changed, I don't know.
It's one of their brands. I mean, they could have benefited from it.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's less pressure there.
Yeah.
Hotjar is doing. Did you see his 360?
So yes, I did.
That was impressive. That was Max Verstappen level 360 turn.
It was awesome.
Oops.
Like that was some. Yeah. Oh yeah. It was dramatic.
Yeah.
To say the least.
Could have been on a wall.
I'm glad to see Hajjar doing well, especially after what Helmut said about him when he wrecked
after
that
one race,
first time.
after one lap.
And the kid is just like, you got to, again, these guys, their entire lives are wrapped around this thing.
Yeah.
And he wrecks in his first race. Let the kid be emotional, because at the end of the day, he still is a kid.
It's Helmut.
But then he comes back, and he's been doing freaking phenomenal. So good on you, dude.
Yeah, seriously. For real.
We're happy with
Keep that up. Keep that up, because it's a tough world out there. And I always tell people, that are not into F1, it's like there's only 20 of these people.
Yep.
20 and Bottas.
That's right.
20.
There is 19 amazing racers and Stroll.
And Stroll.
Hey, you can't tell me that they didn't, for the movie, that they didn't look at that whole relationship with Stroll and Fernando and kind of go, we can play off that a little bit.
They did. They actually did say that a lot of the scenes were, not the scenes, but the idea was inspired by Alonso. I mean, let's remember how old Alonso is.
He is the elder statesman of the sport.
Of Bortoleto.
Yeah.
He's Bortoleto's manager.
Yep.
That's I mean, Le Mans winner.
Yep.
All of the above. And this man is still racing like there's no tomorrow.
So back on the movie a little bit. So I know we're jumping around here a little bit. But now, right after the F1 movie, they've announced a Days of Thunder possible crossover.
Yes.
Did you see
I
this?
saw that.
I don't think we've seen the last of Sunny Hayes. I think that this may be a string. Like, they're talking about making a Le Mans movie.
Oh.
And I'm like,
Put him in there.
why? No. After you're going to try to put something against Ford versus Ferrari.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's a hill to climb, man. Like,
I know, but I feel like Le Mans or WEC in general is catching on right now.
I agree, especially with you remember the Garage 56 project with the Camaro that they took the NASCAR
freaking bus,
and
school bus on the track.
But that's the thing. They were running 5 seconds ahead of the GTE field. Like, that car was fast, man.
I feel like there's room there. When it comes to these movies, obviously it's a money thing.
Yeah.
So I was reading that F1 movie it cost $300 million.
Did it really?
Yeah. It has recouped half.
I could see that with all the travel and having to go to different tracks and all the logistics involved.
You got a car. You're running laps with F1 teams.
Right.
These teams are getting paid for that.
For sure.
So half of it was made back, but also Apple, funded the movie really.
Sure.
$40 million in team sponsors for Apex. $40 million.
What?
Expensify paid double digit.
Wait, Expensify is a real thing?
It is a real thing.
Oh my gosh. Yep. I thought that was a joke.
I
thought that
so
was
too.
one of those made up sponsors.
Nope.
But that
none of them were.
I should have
They
thought
were all
about
real.
that because I saw IWC and some other ones on there that were actually real.
They were all real. Shark, Ninja.
Oh, yeah. Shark and Ninja both were on there. Yeah. So they had $40 million in sponsorships for a fictional F1 car.
Yep.
Folks, if you have ever wondered how much money is actually in F1, even the fake sponsorships.
Even the fake sponsor. And I think we talked about this before, but, Miami Dolphins make as much in one weekend from F1 as they make the owners of the Dolphins in the entire NFL season.
Yep.
One race.
Yep.
So
I love that race.
It's like you look back at it, and a lot of people, might not be into racing. Mm-hmm. Again, they will watch Top Gun, which is about airplanes, and
and they probably know nothing about an F-14 or how fast it can go, or whatever it is.
So it's one of those things where give these movies a chance, because you never know how it, it might hook you on the sport. Right. I feel like it will, just like Drive to Survive. I mean, it goes back to that. I feel like Drive to Survive changed the landscape, not just for F1.
I agree, 100%.
F1 was the start, but then, now you have shows about soccer teams and football teams and everything. So it's
like somebody told one story.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, hey, there's way more to this than meets the eye. Here's the story. And people started going, oh, wait, now I'm intrigued.
Yes.
There's other stories to be had. Let's tell those too. And not just for all of them, but I feel like it's given motorsports in general just a huge bump.
Yeah.
For all of them. It's for rally, everybody, MotoGP is seeing a huge jump in viewership.
I feel like it used to be so hard to watch a race.
Yeah.
You had to jump through so many hoops. Yeah. To just watch a race.
Oh, yeah.
Growing up,
you could only watch it on your phone, or God forbid, some random bar somewhere would probably be showing it. But
exactly, yeah. Growing up, it was very accessible to me back in Europe, right? It was always all over.
Yeah, I wish.
Right?
It'd be nice.
So it was all over.
I got stuck with NASCAR.
Yeah. We actually, the one time, I remember hometown back there, there was a random rally. Just random rally. They just did a rally across town, I guess. I don't even know what it was. but it was all beat up cars, okay, with numbers on them, and
Okay.
but they were driving on the legit roads.
So it's like a lemons race.
Lemons
of
race,
yeah.
but it was legit somehow.
Okay.
You know,
All
and
right.
I was watching it. I was there at the start line. I'm like, I don't even want to. I mean, usually I'm like, put me, you know,
Right.
let me drive. In this case, I was like, nah, I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'll just take, you know, I'll just go home.
Right? That's crazy. But yeah, I mean, motorsports in general has gotten a huge shot in the arm from all
Yeah.
of this. Now there's a show about MotoGP.
Yeah.
You know, they're talking about doing one for Le Mans. Like, I love all the eyeballs that are getting put on motorsports in general right now. I absolutely love it. It's great.
Skipping a beat right there. Any cars that have been intriguing you recently?
Not the Zenvo. There's what is it? There's one that's all analog. It's a V12. It's got exhaust that comes over the top of the car and comes out the back, but there's no traction control. There's no computer stuff. It's like a 7-speed manual.
Interesting.
But man, that thing looks amazing, and it just seems like a very pure driver's car, which
Nice.
very much intrigues me. Of course, it's $1 million. You know, a very custom car. I can't think of the name right now.
Yeah,
It just saved
yeah.
my life.
I feel like Koenigsegg is just going at it right now.
Dude, that guy, he's amazing.
He is.
Like, did you see the dark matter engine?
Yeah.
Holy mackerel.
He's just going at it. When they teased their newest car, I thought they were joining World Endurance. I mean, the
Oh.
teaser looked like,
Oh yeah, it looked
He-
full on race car.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh no, just a limited
Oh, no,
edition. I
yeah.
was like, okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Let's put a race
It's
car on
just
the
something
road.
we decided to do on a Tuesday.
See, yeah, that's how it feels. You know? I mean,
Here's this amazing hypercar.
and see, I got excited because
Yeah.
I thought to myself, a small company like that taking part in World Endurance would kind of be cool.
It would be cool.
You know? It's like,
It'd really be neat to see a lot of the hypercar manufacturers come
Yeah.
into something like that, especially with all the, the development that, goes into all of that. It's just the cost.
Yeah.
The major manufacturers are really the only one, which I'll give WEC one thing. I was really skeptical about the whole hypercar
yeah.
thing when it
Yeah.
first came out, but man, has that brought a whole lot of people to the table.
Hey, they look cool. They sound amazing.
They do. And I like the fact that they somewhat look like the factory car. Like they have, you can tell, you can look at it and go, that's a Ferrari.
When I was watching the Le Mans race, they made a good point.
Yeah.
It used to be driving to just make it to the finish line.
Right.
Does the car make it 24 hours?
Right.
And that's no longer the case,
Yep.
right? The cars, if you look at it, there's not enough. like,
Right.
I mean, more cars go out in an F1 race compared to World Endurance.
Yeah. To
right?
the Le Mans. Yeah.
Yeah, 24 hours. So the cars are holding together. It's tires, drivers,
Weather.
and weather.
Because you
Right.
never know.
And that's it.
Yep.
Which at the same time, a lot of, I will be watching the race and they're 3 hours in and they're battling for position.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking, you've got 21 hours left, buddy.
Dude, right off the line. I mean, they like the two Cadillacs had gotten pole, which good job, guys.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
awesome. But immediately got passed by the Ferrari.
Yeah.
And they're battling right off the bat. And I'm like,
Battling.
dude, y'all.
Take it easy.
Has anybody looked?
You got 20 hours left. So just-
Acting like it's a 24-hour sprint race.
yeah. But I feel like those cars look good. They sound nice. There's that clip when the Cadillac first came out, when it goes from hybrid into
Oh man, that V8 firing up is like,
such a good
I'm gonna
sound.
need a minute.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
So I feel like that whole section of motorsports is coming in
Yep.
strong.
Oh yeah.
All carried at this point by F1 and
Yeah.
that aspect. Looking forward to see who is going to carry F1
Yep.
on TV, right? Because
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's because somebody's going to end up dominating that, and of course, it's going to come down to money. Obviously,
Exactly.
who's going to pay the most for that? But somebody's got to take a hold of that and be the one go-to spot for that.
and I feel like that's going to make a difference because
Yeah.
the money that's going to flow, it's going to flow into the development of
Yep.
more, right? All of these companies want more.
Right. And as the popularity grows, I mean, you're seeing all kinds of supporting stuff. Like you're seeing the bars start to do F1 watch parties. Like we've looked into, that quite a bit. We've got a new sim racing lounge in Houston. Racing in general has just got this energy around it. I'm here for it.
The F1 lounge that I sent you, the one in Colorado that's being built.
Yeah. Yep.
Houston is a large city, people. So give us some stuff.
Yeah, Houston is an hour away from Houston. It is massive. How many millions of people do it? And it was actually, they did some kind of study that's one of the most cosmopolitan cities in the U.S. now because of all the industries that are here. It pulls from all over the world. We've got a whole bunch of folks here that are really into European sports.
Yeah. Cost of living is good, and people are coming and staying.
Yes. Can we do an F1 arcade, people? Can we? Well,
that's really the hint here.
Just call me. Yeah. We'll figure it out.
Call this number.
Call this number. Call the number at the bottom of your screen right now. Don't do that.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. Now I'm going to have to put a phone number at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, I know. Got to figure that out. But no, I mean, we have a huge car scene, as we have noticed and we have talked about. And I feel like there's more to feed it. And, going back to that Red Bull run, it was packed. Anytime there's an event, even outside of Houston, there's rallies heading out of Houston into other towns, feeding it. And
that's a really good point. So having worked 40 races now, it's funny. Just in the last couple of years, you see the stands getting more full and more full and more full, and it's a cool thing to see.
Which then, because there's that whole thing of how many more races can we do? Well, they're selling out.
Yeah, that's a great point.
If they're selling out, then there's room for them.
Right.
400,000 plus a weekend.
I mean, the only limitation is the room on the calendar and the logistics.
Yeah, it's logistics and drivers. I mean, it is a toll on them. I get that from a driver's perspective.
Hey, can we get it to where there's 12 teams on grid, but you have 4 drivers per team and they just do certain races?
That would be fun. Give Valtteri a seat.
Right. There we go.
Just picking on Valtteri today.
Hey, who knows? Cadillac is kind of sniffing around Valtteri. So
going back to the Austrian Grand Prix, the McLarens fighting it out. Right?
Oh, yeah.
1 and 2.
Yeah, we never did get there, did we?
Yeah. So fighting it out 1 and 2. Super exciting. Yeah. Feel like we finally have. I wish they were different teams, but we finally have 2 drivers in equal machinery.
But bravo for those 2. And they're racing,
as long as they don't go for a gap that doesn't exist.
Right.
Lando. What was that? I feel like they can keep doing this. Yeah. Right. And it was funny because I watched a video that was basically Valtteri saying, "Where was that when I was driving?"
Right. That's true.
He was always told to.
Stay back. The teammate, right? To be the teammate, like, hey, let Lewis do his thing. Shoot, Oscar's like, I don't think so.
Oscar does not care.
Okay, can we talk? I have noticed a trend that, and this is I have a couple of friends like this, that they are diehard Max Verstappen fans, and
I don't get it.
They cannot stand Oscar. Like they are. I thank you. I'm glad you feel the same way because, and I think what it is, and this is personal opinion, is that they're very much they're very similar.
They are very similar.
When you break it down and their driving styles and the way that they're not bothered by all the glitz and glamour and all the cameras and all that stuff. They just want to run the race.
I mean, Piastri gets out of the car after he wins the race, and you think he just finished 8th.
Right.
He's like,
all right, well, that was cool.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do next?
I get that.
Verstappen's the same way.
Yeah.
But I also think that they know good and well, and they know deep down in their little heart that Oscar's the only one that's going to be able to really bring it to max. Yeah. And I think they don't like that.
They don't like that. He's still young,
Yeah.
And
he's got a long way to go.
It's got funny, too, because I've always said that Antonelli is very aggressive. That's his difference.
Yep.
Compared to Russell. Well, he really showed his aggressiveness.
Antonelli is not intimidated by anybody.
No, he doesn't care.
Like he
has a huge future, I feel like.
Yeah.
And he was scared. Yeah. That kid was scared. He sat in his
He
car.
was, man.
He did not know how Max
He
was
kept
gonna,
his helmet on, walking away. Like
Yeah.
he knew that wasn't good.
Because think about it. If this had happened 2 years ago or 3 years ago,
Oh, it would have been a whole nother story.
yeah.
Whole nother story.
Yeah. Yeah. So I get it.
Yeah.
I get why he was scared.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
a lot of grace from Max Verstappen. Never
was.
thought I would say that.
Yeah. Bravo.
Or
dude.
what is it? Frank Herman.
Oh, Franz
Franz.
Herman. Yeah. Mr. Did you? Yeah. And then he gets taken out of the race, and apparently he skipped all his media stuff to go watch the Spa 24. And
That's funny.
And he didn't even watch the rest of the race, apparently. He
I
went
can't
and-
wait for him to jump. I think there's two things that might happen. You know, if the team doesn't do that well,
Yeah.
if he doesn't switch, he might skip some races just to go race something else. He tends to have that.
I
mentality.
agree with you. And I think this is, I don't know how much you know about MotoGP, but there was back in the day when Valentino Rossi was winning everything, right?
Yeah.
Like you could not touch that guy.
Yeah.
And everybody kept saying, wow, the Honda's awesome. It's an amazing bike. And he switched teams literally because he's like, oh yeah, you think it's the Honda?
Let me show
And
you.
then he hops on another bike and lo and behold, I think Max is kind of the same way.
I feel like
he's
that.
tired of people talking about the car.
Yeah. Which is also interesting because you look at Valentino Rossi and he's still around.
Oh yeah,
Still
dude,
lapping.
he's still kidding.
A Le Mans at this point. I mean, it's just a surprise because, I mean, he probably just 5 years from my age at this
Yeah.
point. But
Yeah,
yeah, like I grew up with that kid
Yeah.
on a motorcycle though.
yeah,
Now he's racing other stuff.
right.
Yeah, I think Max Verstappen will do something similar.
Yeah,
Maybe a stint just like Alonso did. Just kind of.
it could be. I mean, now he owns his own race team.
Didn't know that.
Now, yeah.
Yeah.
So Max has started his own race team,
Interesting.
endurance racing team. So, I mean, that's in the cards. You know, I think he's ready to
I'd love that.
go do something else, and I think he's kind of tired of the limelight. I think he's like, look, I'm a 4-time world champion. I got nothing to prove to you people at all. I'm gonna go have some fun, and
He is not into the whole media and stuff. He's just about winning.
yeah,
Right? So that doesn't do it for him. So I feel
Yeah.
like now he just wants to collect more trophies
yep,
in
Yeah.
different stuff.
yeah.
We might miss him in F1.
Who knows? He may go from endurance racing, and then we'll see him in the Dakar
Yeah,
or something else that takes a lot of driver skill.
I get that.
But who knows? We'll see. We'll have to see. Could be fun.
Well, it'll be fun. I think
Anyway.
we have a couple. Definitely next year is going to be a completely different landscape.
It
in the
is.
race.
2026 is going to be wild.
Yeah.
Like it is going to be so. It's going to be so much fun to watch. This year's been great, but next year is going to be phenomenal with the car change, the driver. They're going to do the driver roulette, and
That's gonna be interesting.
See where everybody ends up, and there's a whole. Of course, there's always rumors getting thrown around, but it's definitely going to be a whole lot of fun.
You think Stroll is going to continue?
I think Stroll will continue as long as Dad is stroking the checks
Really?
in
Okay.
some form or another. I mean, I don't know where does the buck stop actually, because if you look historically by now, any of the teams would have thrown him off by now.
Yeah.
With his record, they would have
Yeah.
gone with somebody else. So the writing's there.
Yeah. Maybe
So-
they're just hoping for maybe after 2026. I think they'll give
Wow.
2026 because new car.
Like, look, you couldn't drive this car or this car. Sorry,
At that
I
point-
can't make excuses
Well,
for
because you
anymore.
think about it, Newey has not really had his hands in the car yet.
Oh no,
So-
but that's part of the contract is he's not allowed to touch this year's car. So yeah, we'll see what happens next year.
Yeah.
He may get a shot in the arm. I'm kind of disappointed about that though. Like what happens if Adrian builds an amazing car? That's
Yeah.
it's not really an if, right? And Stroll gets propped up
Yeah.
by the amazing car, and we don't get to have somebody else come in here with actual talent.
I would still respect that, I think, because he's giving it his time.
Yeah.
He has had his struggles, his crashes, and his support to.
Brutally honest, he got here just the way that everybody else did. He had to win
People forget that.
championships to get here.
People think it was all money.
Yeah.
It was. But also, he did race he would beat me and beat you in a race.
Oh yeah, 100%.
down.
Yeah, I was about to say, you put him next to me, he's gonna whoop my butt every day of the week. So I can't really say much, but
Right?
yeah,
That was awesome.
but we'll see. Yeah, man. I mean, wrapping up. What we got coming up? We just had an amazing event at the Woodlands.
Yes.
We
had Maven the week before
Lots of
that.
good cars out there, man. I love one of the things I like about our events is that we see different stuff
Yes.
all the time. Like there's a lot. You don't see the same cars show up all the time. Now we have our diehards and our guys that are, that love hanging out with us, and we love hanging out with them. But there's always something interesting.
Hey, we had 5 R8s.
We had 5 R8s.
That was so random.
I didn't know we had 5 R8 friends. Like, wait.
One pulls in. I'm like, oh, 2. Okay.
Okay.
5?
There you go. Whoa.
Weird.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, Maven was great too the week before that.
Was
We had
really, really good. I think
huge
that's the
turnout.
best one we've had so far. That was packed, man.
It is getting hotter,
It is
and
getting
that's
warmer.
one thing.
It is Texas.
We're working on things though to make it all a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we got that. July is going to be a busy month. We have our events all the way at the end.
Yep.
But there's a few good events in between that we'll report on, and just I feel like it's going to be a car-filled summer in general.
It is. It is. Almost got the Corvette done.
The
heads are back.
trying to say.
So I got to get the Corvette back up and running. It's going to be sweet. I hopefully send that to the tuner within the next week and get that thing dialed in.
Because Corvette Fest is coming up.
Yeah. Yep.
That's going to be huge.
Yep. That's going to be huge. Supposed to be like 300 and something cars, if not more. So that should be a lot of fun. So I got to get that sucker running and go have some fun.
Nice.
But, well, cool. Guys, thanks for listening to us, and catch us on the next one.
See you guys.